Hi, it's Father Paul coming to you for the very first time by way of a video recording. I very much wanted to do this since we've been separated for so long a time due to the circumstances surrounding the COVID 19 pandemic. First, let me assure you that we miss you around here. And second of all, that we are praying for all of you, as I hope you are praying for us. Father Michael and Deacon Gaudier, Brendan, myself are remembering all of you in our prayers each day as we celebrate the holy sacrifice of the Mass. And we very much are looking forward to the day when we can celebrate the Mass again together as in a parish, and you, the laity, can once again receive the beautiful sacrament of the Eucharist at Holy Communion. I hope you're joining me in prayer for all of those affected by the virus in a particular way, especially those who have died. We pray for those who are indeed infected, for their families and their caregivers. I also pray for those who are undergoing economic hardships in the aftermath of implementing the necessary guidelines to help to control the contagion. I also want to express my thanks to our civic authorities for keeping us all informed as new information comes in about this virus and what we might be able to do to keep ourselves safe, what we might be able to do to quickly end the spread of the disease. And also, I want to thank those local merchants who have bravely remained open and continue to provide to you and me those essential services we need. They indeed are putting themselves on the front line every day, and I think I speak for all of us in expressing my very, very sincere gratitude to them. I also want to tell you how pleased I am to see so many of our parishioners putting their faith into action. As you know, as the pandemic began to spread and limitations began to be put on us, particularly as it's relating to our worship together, we had parishioners came forward who began our perpetual rosary for the end of the pandemic. We had a group of parishioners who volunteered to create a corps that would be willing to go out and run grocery errands or other essential errands for those who are either homebound or for those who are indeed quarantined. I'm grateful to hear the many stories I do about neighbors looking after one another, especially our elderly who might not be as comfortable as we are in trying to fend off these circumstances. I'm also quite moved by the number of parishioners who continue to come to the church each day to make a visit to pray their own private prayers, not only for themselves, but for all of us. I just wanted to remind all of you that indeed our church does remain open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. We are maintaining the social guidelines or the distancing guidelines that are required at this time. The church is disinfected every day. There's Purell available at all of the doors. In addition to the church being open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. for private prayer, we have adoration of the Blessed Sacrament every day, 7 days a week, from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., the time in which we would usually be celebrating our daily Mass. On Sundays, we extend adoration from 8 a.m. till noon. During the hours of adoration, we're also hearing confessions as well as hearing them during our regular weekend confession schedule. It's a makeshift confessional that respects social distancing. So once again, we are continuing to honor the very necessary guidelines that we've been asked to follow at this time. I hope most of you by now are aware and are availing yourselves of our recorded masses that are available on our website every Sunday, beginning at 7:30 in the morning. Through our website, you're able to follow along as the priests of St. Thomas More Parish celebrate the weekend Mass. And I'm also very grateful for all of those who have taken the time to reach out to Father Michael or Deacon Gaudier, myself, Brendan, for the beautiful Easter liturgies, beginning with Palm Sunday, Holy Thursday, Good Friday, the Easter Vigil, and then Easter Mass itself. You all ought to know that indeed it's Galen, our music director, who does such a beautiful job in producing the high quality of the videos we've all been able to watch. So a special thanks to Galen and to really all of our staff who are extending themselves to make sure we're able to continue to provide all the services and ministries you expect from St. Thomas More Parish. I want to also let you know about some new initiatives that we're launching beginning this weekend. One of them is a food drive for New Covenant House. Many of our parishioners already volunteer to provide meals and food to a local soup kitchen that provides meals for the homeless. This Saturday, April 25th, we'll be having a food drive from 8 till noon, where you can drive through and contribute some of the food items that they're in desperate need of. Many of their supplies are depleted under the increased demand. The list of food items that they're looking for can be found on the parish website. Also, we've begun the initiative this weekend, along with all of the other parishes in Darien, of ringing our steeple church bells from 7 to 7:05 p.m. every Saturday as an expression of our thoughts, our prayers, and our gratitude for all of our healthcare workers and for our first responders. Also this weekend on our parish website, in addition to providing you with the celebration of Sunday Mass, we'll also be recording a homily specifically geared to our children who would normally be attending our 10 a.m. Mass. I'd ask you to pray some special prayers this weekend, especially for our 8th grade religious ed students. They were scheduled this Saturday to receive their sacrament of confirmation, and unfortunately, due to circumstances, they're unable to do so. I want to assure them of my special prayers, especially this Saturday, and to reassure them that indeed they will be confirmed and they will continue to be the first class ever confirmed in our newly renovated church.